Hi guys, this is week 24 Project Life and I am working with the brand new Pocket Life kit from Citrus Twist Kits and I just love it. Now this card I'm putting in here, Magic Happens, isn't part of the kit, it's the packing card, but I had to put it in because it's so beautiful and I love that little saying. Now I'm just shuffling some photos around because I ended up not having a space for another 4x6 this week, so I'm just adding one of the 3x4s down the bottom and I'll join that onto a card with a bit of washi tape. Just means I get to have an extra pretty card in here and the few photos that I had from this week, which turns out it wasn't that many, but just the right amount. So there you go, I'm just taping that to the other 3x4 card there just to make a 4x6 and that way they don't shuffle around in the pocket once I put it away. I did go through my die cut pack before I started filming because as always there are so many die cuts in here and I just pulled out a few that I thought might work, more sort of wordy ones, and so now I'm going through and seeing which ones of those might actually work on my photos, and I pull out quite a few and in the end I use very few, so it's a little bit of a waste of time, but I think in the end the more you can play with your Project Life, the more fun it is. So I just start by pulling out things and eventually I narrow it down to how I want it to look. Now there's enough empty space in this photo here that I thought I might try and type my journaling directly onto the photo, which sort of didn't work. It worked okay. It probably would have been better in the middle of the photo, but because I wanted to stick this die cut on here on top, I was forced to sort of type at the bottom of the photo, so the last line didn't type that well. It's a bit messy, but what I didn't want to have to do is reprint the photo with digital journaling on top of it, so I just ran it through my typewriter and whatever the outcome is whatever the outcome is. Same with this card here. I tried to type within the arrow frame that was already there and as you can see it didn't work. It was a little bit messy, it was kind of hard to see, but I kind of like that sort of rough and ready look, so I'm just gonna go with it. Now you can see this is where I start taking out some of those die cut pieces that I had already added in, and I sort of replace a lot of them with stamps because I love the stamps in this this month's kit. They're all kind of a little bit snarky, a little bit negative, I guess, you know, not everything is all sunshine and roses all the time, and I think this stamp set works perfectly for those kind of less than stellar moments. So I added one to my photo of Mel and I added a couple, I stacked them up on my donut selfie there. And now I had decided, I had previously decided as soon as I opened these kits, you'll know if you watched my unboxing video, that my tendency was going to be to want to hoard these little heart puffy stickers. So I had decided that instead of hoarding them, I will try and use as many as I can this week, and that will get rid of that compulsion to just hide them away. Now again, this is another photo that I decided to take the die cut off and just do some stamping on. So I stamped with the stamp once in black ink, and I'm pretty sure it says could be worse. And then I stamped a whole pile of times with some white ink just to create a little bit of texture on the photo, just to echo that stamping, and I really love how that turned out. And then all I did was add a puffy heart on top of that. Now again, I'm trying my hardest to like dig through and actually use some of these beautiful die cuts, but in the end, not many of them make the cut. I think I've only ended up using one. I put this puffy sticker on instead. The photo of my cans isn't the best, and I edited it in Photoshop as well as I could to make it, you know, sort of seeable. But it sort of meant it sort of blurred out a little bit and nothing really stood out on top of there. So that blue puffy sticker stands out really well. Now for my title card, I knew I wanted to use this pink floral. It's not really floral, I guess, is it? It's a leaf pattern, but so beautiful, had to use it. Grabbed that label die cut and these pretty blue alphas, but I just needed something to help the alphas stand out. So I've just stuck down one of the journal cards. It's just a plain grid pattern, and then I can trim off the bottom. I'll keep that because it's got a wee label printed on it, so I'll be able to trim that out later anyway, so nothing goes to waste. Add my date stamping and my little heart, and I kind of feel like it's not finished. It needs like a little pop of yellow, I think, because there are just tiny sneaks of yellow all over the page, and I've got like 2 or 3 colours in there, and it just needs that wee bit of yellow to just tie it into the rest of this spread. So I end up using a little ticket die cut and just trim off the bottom, and then of course I've got to add some more puffy stickers. So I pick out 3 different coloured hearts and I pop them on. So you can see I've got little hearts everywhere. And I decided I would add 1 more bit of journaling just to the top of this card, because then I've got 3 lots of journaling, which worked for me. And then I decided to go all out crazy with the puffy hearts. I decided every card on this page has to have a puffy heart, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just sprinkling them around the page, around the photos, just to make sure I use as many as possible, and then I call it done. I really love this week. It's bright, it's happy, despite those sort of snarky stamps. If you want to grab yourself this Pocket Life kit, I'll leave the link down in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, there are a couple more videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye!